Hi friends, it's Deanna Willison with Our Blooming Catholic Life, and today's book recommendation is this tiny bit little book. If you notice, I didn't say book unboxing, book review. This is a book recommendation. There's no way I would not recommend this. Probably the only thing I don't really like, we'll see, is the font. When it says the Franciscan Crown is kind of like that weird double print to make it look 3D. It's a little hard on my eyes. It's the meanest I can get, I think, about this book. It's the Franciscan Crown, the Joyful Mysteries in the Lives of the Virgin Mary and St. Francis of Assisi. I either got this, I want to say I got this when I was welcomed into the fraternity or when I started candidacy. So, Secular Franciscan Order, this makes a great, great gift. Let's look here. The Franciscan Crown, the Joyful Mysteries in the Lives of the Virgin Mary and St. Francis of Assisi. And it was composed by two conventual Franciscan friars, Robert Melnick and Joseph Wood, at the Franciscan Vocation Center, Basilica of St. Francis of Assisi, Italy. But it was printed by the Companions of St. Anthony in Ellicott City, Maryland, which I finally learned from the back of the book is the evangelization apostolate of the conventual Franciscan friars of St. Anthony Province, which, St. Anthony Province, I don't know if that still exists. It's now Our Lady of the Angels Province. So maybe this was printed before they were smooshed together. Is there a date? They've restructured at some point. So I'm looking now to see if there's a date. I don't see the date. But here is the contact information. Somebody asked me recently contact information on it, so I'm trying to put it on the screen. That's a little blurry. I'll put it in the description. Okay, so what is this? It starts out with a quote from Wisdom 6:12-16. Wisdom is radiant and does not grow dim. By those who love her, she is readily seen and found by those who seek her. Swift to anticipate those who desire her, she makes herself known to them. Watch for her early, and untroubled shall you be. You will find her sitting at your gates. Even to think of her is understanding fully mature. Be on the alert for her, and anxiety will quickly depart from you. Lovely! There's a little introduction. From the very beginning, Christians continued the Jewish tradition of praying and singing the 150 Psalms as part of their sacred routine of daily prayer. By the Middle Ages, however, a largely illiterate population could neither appreciate the historical events to which the Psalms referred, nor could they memorize and recite the Psalms in Latin. Therefore, in the early 13th century, a scriptural meditation was thoughtfully adapted for those who desired to participate in the sanctification of daily life through a cycle of prayer meant to complement the divine office chanted by the more educated monks and nuns. What became known as the Rosary was the recitation of the Aves and Paters, the Hail Mary and the Our Fathers, that were counted off on a ring of beads numbering 150. The mysteries of the New Testament were meditated upon within this mirror of the 150 Old Testament Psalms. Hence, salvation history itself permeated this simple method of prayer. This repetition allowed for rhythmic breathing, leading the participant into an inner realm of peace and calm. The Rosary eventually became a favored personal devotion among many people, including the learned laity and the religious. It goes on to describe how we got the Franciscan Rosary, or as we like to call it, the Franciscan Crown. There are photos in here, including this lovely one. I believe that's Assisi. I think that's the Basilica of St. Francis. It's not the angle I normally see it, so I'm kind of guessing here. And I'm trying not to read the whole thing to you, but it's a temptation. How to pray the crown? So pretty easy. Directions over here on the cycle, and then the prayers are written out for you here in English, the Our Father and the Hail Mary. And then you are joined into this lovely devotion. So when it comes in, it says the first joy of Mary, the Annunciation, and then there's a scripture quote and a lovely image. This image is of the mosaics which line the upper part of Marytown, the national shrine of St. Maximilian Kolbe, and Marytown is in Libertyville, Illinois. I have been there. So I was there just before I got this book, and I was freaking out because when I was in the church, I could not properly see the mosaics. I could kind of see them, but being able to see them like this is lovely. So you can look at this image as you're meditating, as you're praying. How amazing, because over here there's a little something about St. Francis. St. Francis once asked a younger friar if he could go with him to a nearby town. Okay, so there's a little story about St. Francis. This one says anonymous. And then there is a little reflection on the Bible verse. Gabriel's annunciation to the Virgin Mary may be appreciated in the same instructive manner as the allegorical tale of the friars preaching through example. Okay, so they combine the two. So first you're given the number of the joy, the name of the joy, and then a scripture verse and a picture of it. Over here you're given a related story about St. Francis and the friars, and then they tie the two things really together. Down here it reminds you that you need to say 1 Our Father and 10 Hail Marys. So you can go along merrily on your way there. They are all that way. If the part about St. Francis has a reference, they give it to you. The first one just said anonymous, but like the one for the fourth joy says Celano, Second Life, C9 adapted. So this goes through all 7 of the joys of Mary. And then there's a little bit more. Oh, look at this. A little talk about Saint Joseph of Cupertino. And there's a little picture, a little talk. St. Joseph Cupertino is actually the name of my secular Franciscan fraternity, and it's the name of the shrine of St. Anthony. Before it was the shrine of St. Anthony, it was St. Joseph Cupertino Novitiate. Very fitting if you know the story of St. Joseph Cupertino. So we're back here. There are not page numbers, but towards the back, after the crown, it tells you that the Franciscan crown traditionally concludes with 2 additional Hail Marys, totaling 72, honoring each year of Mary's life on earth. Another Our Father and Hail Mary are saved for the intentions of the Pope. But then it gives you St. Francis's hymn to the Blessed Virgin Mary, a verse, response, and a little prayer at the end. A further meditation it gives you on the joy of Mary's marriage to Joseph. So that's like a bonus in the back. A bonus. 1 Our Father, 1 Hail Mary, and 1 Glory Be. Interesting. And then it shows you the outside of Marytown and tells you that the mosaics were created by the Tyrolese Art Glass Company in Innsbruck, Austria in 1930, and tells you a little bit about the Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Sanctuary of Perpetual Adoration. Remember that big book I had on a Eucharistic chapel, Adoration Chapel? It was here. I forgot I told you about that already. So it's here. There's a short bit about it here, about the chapel, and tells you how to contact them in Libertyville. How lovely. And of course it ends with peace and all good. Lovely little book. This is under $10 at the time it was bought. For me, it was $6.50, so it's not a very big purchase price. But if you're already buying, sorry, I'm like throwing things around here. If you're trying to buy a book for Lent, they can run about $5 to $10 themselves, and you may use them once and never use them again. This is a book that is lovely. You're going to find yourself going back to again and again and again and again and again. So it is well worth the small investment. Again, you can get this at the Shrine of St. Anthony's gift shop. They have a website. What is it? friarshop.com. I'll put it in the description just to be sure. I may even throw it in the comments. Anyway, friends, get this book. God bless you, friends. Bye.